Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Trash Talk Sports, the greatest show you've never heard of, episode 21. A lot going on. I'm Ellis Chapman from Baton Rouge right now. With my co-host, Austin, Texas, we got the Richie Golanowski. Richie, what's up, bruh?
Man, just out here living the dream. A little warm, getting a little toasty.
Yo, it's hot.
Summer's heating up. It's hot as hell out here, Ellis.
So let's talk about it. Yo, down goes Frazier. Out goes Germany from the 2018 World Cup. Let's credit Sweden and Mexico with this. What's your take on this, Richie?
This is just amazing. Like, I think it's the first time in 80 years, so many of our lifetimes, that this has happened. Germany is actually, they will finish in last place in their group. Last place. South Korea.
World champions out first round. In group
South Korea. South Korea beat them. South Korea. Shout out to Kevin Connors.
Shout out to
Homeland.
Shout out to Sweden for winning that group. The Swedes put on they were putting out the goals, man.
Yeah, listen, being down here in Texas, as I've learned, this is practically Mexico. So a lot of people that I work with were watching the game, very happy. Now, they were watching it in Spanish, so they had the great, goal. Oh, they had all that going on. Well, not today. Telemundo. Because there was no Mexican goals today. But, it's Mexico's been a pretty exciting team. I was surprised that they lost it. Not only lost, but they got their asses handed to them by the Swedes without Zlatan. No Zlatan. I'm shocked about. Zlatan couldn't even do that. But that could bring up a whole other argument if, Zlatan is just too much of a head case for a team to succeed. But, whatever. That's a whole different pipeline and a whole different day for that talk. But, in general, this has been a great-ass World Cup, Ellis. Phenomenal. You got Maradona flicking off the fans, Argentina squeaking by with 4 points.
Yeah.
Germany going down. I love it.
You got to watch out for Argentina, man. They might not even make it. They're treading thin ice right now. With that first loss to Croatia, Croatia's looking to be a strong team. They got 7 goals against, and they got a 6 goal differential in their 3 games so far. That's crazy. You win by 2 goals a game in group play. That's going to give you a real high bid, man.
Oh, yeah. Just looking at, the round of 16, the top part of the bracket, you got Uruguay versus Portugal. Huge matchup. Absolutely incredible. And then France versus Argentina. That, dude, my Saturday morning, that's it. I'll be on a plane. But when I get off, I'll be watching those games. It'll be a great matchup. France, Argentina, really excited for. And then, Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo. Can't beat it. What's Alice? Have you really been tuning in? They got this time zone, dude. This time zone crap is killing me. Their games are so early.
Yeah, I can't watch soccer at 7 a.m., man. Let alone be awake at 7 a.m.
Oh man, I've been up for hours, but I'm at work. Normal.
I'm a pretty early riser, but no, I'm not watching soccer at 7 a.m.
Yeah, this is incredible. And then there's also Brazil will play Mexico. Talk about a matchup. Brazil versus Mexico. That's going to be crazy. Mexican fans, dude, they love their soccer. Absolutely love it.
Oh, and how do you think the Brazilians are, man? That's one of the most populated countries in the world.
Yeah, I think they love it more. I mean, that's really their only sport that they're good at. So, I mean, actually, they're really good at sand volleyball. That's also one of their big things in the Olympics. Brazil's pretty damn good.
Maybe we should start to cover sand volleyball.
You know, if there was enough stuff to cover, I think we would, but I don't even know. They gotta have it. I'll check it out. But also, I mean, the bottom half of the bracket, Spain versus Russia, kind of lackluster. Not really in particular. But I mean, Ellis, what do you see? Who do you think is going to be in the final in this 2018 FIFA World Cup?
Yeah, I think honestly the most important game, you called it yourself, is France-Argentina. I picked France to be I picked them to be a heavy contender. Argentina, yo man, what happened? What's up with them? Like they barely snuck by. They lost a couple big games in a big game in that group play. I think Messi will show up at some point, but yo, France Argentina, that's a hell of a first game. That's gonna be hard to beat.
Dude, I just love. Did you see Maradona when they scored? He was just like, go now. He was just double middle fingers to everyone. Just, I love it. That's just the passion that these fans have is unrivaled. You know, Americans want to say, oh, our NFL teams are great, our MLB fans are great, and they ain't shit compared to what these like international football team fans have. Like the passion and love that these guys have for this sport is unrivaled, in my opinion.
Well, it is
absolutely
the world's most popular game.
Yeah, this is America. This is America here, boy.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping up. What?
And here in down here in Texas, actually,
you better
wrong. God darn tootin' Texas.
You're darn right, honey.
We ain't want no Mexicans. But dude, listen, so in Austin, tomorrow actually, they're having a city council meeting regarding bringing a MLS team to Austin. And that's kind of being the big thing right now, is if they should bring them. And fun fact, Austin is one of the top 5 countries in the United States for FIFA World Cup viewings this year. So this city loves soccer. Don't get it twisted. Like Texans may not like, they might not tell you to their face that they like soccer, but you know that they're watching it on TV, but they're not going to tell their neighbor who won the game. You know what I'm saying? They're just embarrassed because it's football. This is football country down here.
It's football.
Hey man, we're gonna run the ball, throw the ball, touchdown, field goal. Hey,
we are a ground pound basics team. We will run the football off tackle, first and second down, and go play action on third down, son. If you don't like my game plan, you can get the fuck on to California, where your hippie boys are from. Play your shotgun out there, but we do ground pound football here, boy.
Texas. This Odessa, Texas.
Right.
So these are probably my 2 best quotes to relate to like what is life in Texas, all right? In Austin, Texas. First one, hook 'em horns, baby. Hook 'em. Love the horns. Hook 'em. Second one is, Ellis, what time is it right now?
8.
And guess what? OU still sucks. Hook 'em. that would be how I describe Austin, Texas in a nutshell.
Hook 'em. Yeah, fuck the Tigers, baby.
I'm excited, dude. This is it's gonna be a good World Cup. I think just looking at these brackets, my final pick, damn, the top half is loaded.
Yeah, right.
I think here's what's going to happen. But who's 1G? Who's going to be? What's G and H? I think. I can't pick England.
Looking
Dude,
like
watch out for Senegal. Watch out
looking
for Senegal.
like Japan versus Belgium and England versus Senegal, or one of the two.
Yeah. You know, I'm going to say Brazil. It's going to be Brazil versus. I'm going for the underdog here, Croatia. Croatia's the only team so far. No, Uruguay as well, to go 3-0 in the knockout round.
Yo, how did those Polish kids do? I know you were pulling for them. Didn't they get
I wore my
wrecked?
I wore my jersey. I wore my scarf. Thank you, Alex Bryant. You lost that bet. You got me that shit. Thank you. But currently, Poland is they have 0 points. They scored 1 goal in 2 games.
Wow.
A -4 goal differential. So hey, at least they got here. America's watching from the golf course right now, so they weren't even in it. But my people made it, so I'm glad. Shout out to Poland for not advancing, but hey, you made it to the World Cup, kid.
Yeah, shout out to Croatia. They
Yeah.
did it, honestly.
But who do you got, Ellis? Give me your finals matchup.
Yeah, man, I'm still having a tough time between France and Argentina.
Oh my God, it's the first round.
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I said Brazil versus Croatia.
No, I meant between France and Argentina.
I like Argentina right now. I like Messi. I think he's got that clutch factor. And also, I just like Maradona. I want to see some more middle fingers to the world, dude. Diego Maradona's World Cup.
I don't know. Did you hear that there's a new national election coming up in Mexico, and currently the Mexican president, what's his name? Hold on. This is a funny story. Whenever people ask what they think about the Mexican president, you know what they say? Enrique Nieto. And you know what people say to him? Chinga tu madre, Nieto. Means go fuck.
What does that mean? Does he have a hot mother or something?
Nieto. Yeah, I feel you with Brazil, but I don't want to count out my early bird outlier with England, man. Right now they've
been looking good.
They've got right now they're 2-0. I believe they're about to play Belgium, and also 2-0, and that's a tough round because those are two high quality teams. I could see either of those teams going far. Whoever wins that, and the Japan Senegal, I don't see as much, but the team that's really stuck out with me, man, is Croatia. They got a 6-goal differential. They've got 7 total goals in 3 games. They're a hot team. They beat Argentina, man. They beat Messi.
Yeah, that's a little hard, pretty hard.
So I like your pick with Croatia, but I think I'm gonna stick with I'm gonna pick with the Frenchies or the Brits, however they do. But I like France versus Argentina right now.
Damn redcoats versus the sissies, Ellis. Come on, you're pathetic.
Yeah. Technically, England's not even yet.
Redcoats. All right, yeah, but I'm excited for the World Cup. Always am. Hopefully, I just want to watch more games. That's the one thing that I just miss is not being able to watch games. But I'm excited. Saturday and Sunday will be some good games to watch. So my ass will be on a couch somewhere in America watching these games. Who knows where? Maybe in Texas. Maybe in Oklahoma. No, I'm not going to Oklahoma. The hell with Oklahoma.
Maybe in Kentucky.
OU still sucks.
OU still 6. Hook 'em, baby.
Hook 'em. Hook 'em, baby.
Well, let's change sports then. Let's talk about the MLB. We got the All-Star break coming up in 20 days from now. We got currently in the AL East, we got the Yankees and the Red Sox pretty much battling for first place. In the Central, you got the Indians leading, and out in the ALS, you got the Astros up. In the NL, the NL East is an interesting bracket, man, because you got the Braves, Philly, and the Nats all right there. The Nats are not performing to what they should be, in my opinion. They need a bullpen. They need middle relief. The NL Central, the Brewers got 2 games on the Cubs right now. And out west, the Diamondbacks, the wild card from last year, are currently number 1. Richie, you have faith in the Diamondbacks. What do you think about what's going on with the baseball right now?
First, the American League, AL East. Ellis, nothing has changed. Red Sox, Yankees, that's it. It's usually a coin toss who's going to win the division. I'm really liking the Yankees right now. But the Red Sox are young, but they can hit the ball. I mean, they have
Yankees are young,
second best the run differential at 120 behind the Houston Astros 174. Now that Houston Astros just are on another level, granted, but I think Boston, New York, it's going to come down to starting pitching. Neither of those teams really have a guy who's just kind of their lockdown ace.
Right.
So it'll be real interesting to see what those two guys can, wield. What's the word I'm looking for? Something and deal. Wield and deal? No, what's the phrase? Yeah, wheeling and dealing. There we go. But I mean, Cleveland should be first in their division. By God, that division sucks. It's awful. They have Kansas City, Baltimore's the worst team in baseball. Shout out to Alex Bryan again. But Kansas City is right behind them.
Time out. The Orioles have 23 wins out of their 88 games. They have a 26% win percentage right now. Shout out to the cream of the crap. Continue.
God, that's a good phrase. The cream of the crap.
I'm going to tweet that. Shout out to the Orioles. Hashtag cream of the crap.
Hashtag cream of the crap. Starting to hear. Get it trending. But kind of my surprise out of the American League, the Seattle Mariners. These boys are 49-31 and 4 games back from Houston, one of the best teams in baseball. Houston has, I believe they have the best record? Yes, sir. Houston has the best record in baseball, and the Seattle Mariners are right there behind them. The Seattle Mariners, this team was garbage. Can I repeat that? Garbage. They were cream of the crap for the past few years, and this team has really, put it together. They're hitting the ball well. So that's kind of, and like you said, the Nationals. What the hell is going on in DC, Ellis? Are these guys? Oh, did you hear Jason Worth retired today? Jesus retired?
Man, that's too bad.
I mean, he's been in AAA with the Mariners. He was hitting 206, and he was just like, you know what, I'm done. He had Ellis, listen to this contract. 7-year, $126 million contract.
In 2012, right?
Yeah, guess what? That contract is still going, so he's getting paid even though he's garbage.
Well, I mean, there's only so much is guaranteed, right?
Yeah, only so much. Let's find out. Jason Worth guaranteed contract. But I mean, what do you think of the MLB right now?
I think he'll get a certain that's guaranteed, but if he doesn't put out numbers that's probably based on his contract, he's not going to get the full pay. But it's the MLB, man. There's no salary cap. Doesn't matter. Money's just nothing to them. The only legal monopoly in the U.S., owned by the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, dude, the guy's been around for 14 years. He was the number 22 overall pick in 1997.
Time.
39 years old. Yeah, dear Lord.
Dude, honestly, for him to have a career that lasted until he was 39 years old, shout out to him. That's incredible as an athlete. You're playing until you're almost 40 in any professional sport. That's insane. Yeah, I want to talk about the Rays. My team, they are up and down, man. They started the year 3-13, and then they put themselves back to 23-23, and then they went back down to 23-34, and now they are currently just at 500, 9-40, 7-3 in their last 10, 20-16 at home. This team is a basket case, man. I love the Rays. I would say they're my team, totally. But, like, what do you do if you're in that division? You're 14 games back from New York and Boston going into the All-Star break. You're 500, though. So you could, in a way, be looking at a wild card. You're very much in wild card contention. But at the same time, do you think being third place in what is possibly the best division in baseball is enough comparatively when you have to include the rest of the AL in that? What do you think?
I mean, dude, as of right now, they wouldn't even make the play-in game.
No.
You know, so Boston, New York, one of them is going to win the division. And then the other one is probably going to end up playing Seattle for the play-in, for the wild card.
So as a franchise, do you look to invest more back into your farm system for next year already? Or do you try to push the postseason still? Do you think you're out of contention?
I'll throw you a curveball. If I'm the Tampa Bay Rays franchise, I'm looking at changing the name back to Devil Rays and bringing back those old 90s out uniforms, baby. Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, me. They should move the team.
Yes. Tampa Bay, as we found out with the Lightning, Tampa Bay fans suck.
Yeah, I've known that for a while.
Not just I'm not saying they're crappy people like Philadelphia fans or New England fans. They just suck as fans. They just need to get the hell out of there. I know Florida's a huge baseball state, and Florida probably deserves 2 pro teams, but I mean, I don't think Tampa deserves a pro team.
Yeah, but you're also fighting with Yankee country down there. They call it the Grapefruit League for a reason. Like all the New England, a bunch of teams, their spring training is down there, and like a lot of times, what happens is you have New York's spring training is in St. Pete. How is that going to compare with Yankee fans that have been there longer than Tampa has had a franchise?
Dude, Yankee fans are just everywhere. It's like the plague. You just can't escape them.
I want you to know that when you lay on your floor or your bed like that, you look like a homo.
I have nothing to sit up against right now. This is the comfiest position for me. I'm glad that you like that, but my hair is just kind of frolicking in the wind right now. Our studio chairs aren't doing well, so we need to talk to our studio manager to get us some new leather chairs or something. My God.
I think you should talk to your studio manager about getting you some decent internet.
Yeah, that too. What the hell? Subpar internet, Agabi.
Aren't you?
But I mean, listen. If I'm Tampa right now, I may look to get like. What do you think? I think they need a pitcher. I think they need someone who's just like an ace, maybe a closer or bullpen guy. But they need if they don't make a deal by the deadline, they're just prepping for next year. I mean, that's it. They're a good team. They've been in the World Series recently, but
9 years.
I don't know. I think that was with Joe Madden too. I mean, that guy works magic. I just don't think Tampa Bay has it right now. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm gonna stick with being a Rays fan, but I mean, that's how they're a small money franchise. They make their money on focusing on their farms and draft picks. I think if they don't make a move, I'm with you. I think you start wheeling and dealing and you keep looking to the future. Evan Longoria had a contract through 2020. That goes up in 2 years. You think Evan Longoria wants to stay? That's the only name people know in Tampa. David Price is gone.
And most people confuse Evan Longoria with Eva Longoria. So, I mean,
Exactly.
There's that going. There's that. That's tough.
When was the last time Evan Longoria has been relevant?
Whenever Desperate Housewives was on, that's probably people were Googling his name.
And honestly, I think it's gay that you knew that she was in Desperate Housewives. Because I didn't know that.
That was a great show. You know, who am I to say that the plot was bad or character development? It was poor. It was a great show, top to bottom.
Yo, shout out to the Cincinnati Reds, the worst team in the NL Central, but 9-1 in their last 10.
That's incredible.
That's incredible.
That's incredible. But dude, also shout out to last place teams. You mentioned the Reds. The Texas Rangers are 8-2 in their last 10, and they had the longest active winning streak in the majors for a while. That's insane. These two last place teams, I mean, are still half-ass decent. But I wanna talk about my early NL pick for the World Series, the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, you did.
Give me some love, baby.
Yo,
look at these boys playing well.
We knew that they were going to be good, though. They had the squad. Not much has changed.
I mean, they're taking advantage of the Dodgers just being crippled, and who was it that the Dodgers demoted?
That's the case, man. They should be better than what they are.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Kemp is doing well, but other than that, it's like, but dude, there's how many more games? You said they've already played 88, but they still have 88 more to go.
Yeah, exactly. We're almost at the halfway point.
Insane, Ellis. There's still so many baseball games.
We're not even to the break, is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Check the facts.
But, what's that?
Chinga tu madre, Nieto.
Don't talk about Karen like that. Karen will find you, and she will rip.
I would not talk about Carolyn. She's a nice lady.
Damn straight she is.
A lot nicer than her boyfriend. Her boyfriend's an asshole.
Now RG1's going to come down there and chop your nuts off and make you eat it like a hot dog.
Your granddad?
RG1?
Yeah.
That's my dad.
Oh, you're RGJ?
I'm RG2, baby.
All right. I'm ECJ. Well, if I had to pick right now, I'm picking the Astros. And I'm picking the Cubbies right now. They're second, but I have faith in Joe Madden. He's got a team right now. As they say, yeah, he's got a squad, He's got a squad.
Who says this shit? Who are you hanging out with down there that talks like this?
Oh, if I wanted to say it like they do down here. They got a Dino, you know what it is? They got a Dino, you know about. They got a business, and they got to go and do that. That's how. Hook 'em, son.
OU still sucks. I don't even care about OU. Just funny to me. All right, but let's I don't want to even talk about the Nationals. This is too early for them. They're going to change their game around for sure. Come up.
Yeah, when the leaves go down, the Nats really go down.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see how this finishes up because I think the Cubs win the Central. I do not think Milwaukee holds on. I think the Diamondbacks are going to stay where they are, and the NL East right now is just a complete toss-up, absolute toss-up. Atlanta, Philly, and the Nationals, I have no idea. Maybe the Mets. No, the Mets suck. They're not going anywhere. Marlins are I don't know. Maybe baseball just needs to leave Florida and just stay there during spring training. I don't know. That's a thought.
Maybe. Grapefruit only league.
Grapefruit only.
Well, you want to talk about some golf, man?
Golf?
Yeah.
We got a back-to-back U.S. Open champion. Could you believe that?
Yeah? Is that Dustin Johnson or who?
No, Dustin Johnson came close. Let me tell you, he was making a run. He was in the lead all weekend, then lost it. But it's the big boy. This guy's massive. He could probably if he wanted to eat me, he could probably eat me. Brooks Koepka. This boy played incredibly well on Sunday and throughout the weekend. But I mean, he was just there. He knew. I mean, it's a different course every year. This is one. Now, did you see the putt where Phil Mickelson hit the ball, and it was rolling down the green, and instead of letting it stop,
Yeah.
he just putted it again? That was hilarious.
That was awesome.
He just did not give a shit. He's like, yo, this course is way too hard.
Fuck this hole.
And all of you can go to hell because I'm going to get paid regardless. So I'm just going to put this again and walk away.
I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, good for him. Good. I love Phil. How can you not like Phil Mickelson?
Oh, my God. I have to show this on video right now. Did you see that?
What was it?
I'm going to show you one more time.
Can't really see anything.
Bad stuff. Never mind. It was a video of Alexander Ovechkin holding up the cup. Did you know the Capitals are still Stanley Cup champs, man?
I completely forgot.
Yeah, it's nice to be.
Oh, what a time to be alive. But yeah, so Dustin Johnson finished 2 shots off the lead. Tommy Fleetwood had a -7 on Sunday and was 1 shot away. He was sitting the whole day just hoping that someone, would choke or wouldn't play as well. And, he was just 1 shot off. That man came out of nowhere to tie it up. My boy Patrick Reed, I think he's my favorite golfer. Patrick Reed is just absolute thug out on the golf course. Doesn't give a fuck. And he's just a gangster. I love him.
And
he finished 3 shots off the lead, but U.S. Open, Shinnecock Hills, pissing golfers off. I love it. It was a great little tournament. Were you able to watch any of the U.S. Open, Mr. Chapman?
No,
not at all.
Not much of a golf connoisseur, I will admit. I generally defer to my friend Timmy when I'm talking to golf.
I don't blame you. I was watching with Alex, but it was crazy. Sunday was a good day. The other days were just awful.
Yeah.
It was this course. I mean, listen, I'm not the most skilled golfer. Honestly, I don't think I've ever broken 100 without, any mulligans. With a few mulligans, I'll probably break 100. But if we're going directly, I'm shooting over 100, no doubt.
Yeah, we're hitting each other,
yeah. When I see golfers like this, struggle, it makes me feel good. It gives me that self-confidence, hey, if I can suck, these guys can suck, we'll be all right. We'll do all right, kid.
We can do this.
But all right, to hell with golf. How about this NBA draft class, Ellis?
Yo, strong.
It was pretty good. I was pretty impressed, to be honest with you.
Who do you think got the best picks?
It's hard to say. I really like DeAndre Ayton going to Phoenix, but Phoenix, and now he's got Devin Booker, so that'll be interesting to see how those 2 stars play. Marvin Bagley, you're not really interested in, but I think Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic. Also, he is an incredibly hot mom. Incredibly hot. But Luka Doncic He's from like Croatia or Serbia or one of those countries in Europe somewhere across the pond.
Already been traded to the
Yeah, that
Dallas.
was on draft day.
Yeah.
But I think that guy will have the biggest impact year one for a team. I mean, because Dallas, they got Dirk. Dude, Dirk and Luka. Talk about a team. Also, I like Colin Sexton going to Cleveland. I think that could be almost their. I don't think he's like a Kyrie. I think he's a different kind of player. He's more of a driver. He doesn't really. He has handles, granted, but nothing like Kyrie. But I think he gives them more options at point guard, which is something that they were lacking. And I think that'll be interesting. I think Dante DiVincenzo from Villanova was a good pick. Again, the San Antonio Spurs picking up Lonnie Walker was a good. How do you feel about Grayson Allen going to the Utah Jazz, Ellis? Grayson Allen, the biggest bitch in college basketball.
Yeah, we'll see how White Duke kids always play in the NBA. Never really lasts. But maybe he will. He's a good, hell of a ball player.
Yeah, if he can, let me tell you this. You can get away with tripping like 18, 19-year-olds. They might throw some water at you or make a bad meme about you. But if you trip LeBron James or your ass decides to trip a Kevin Durant, no, even worse, they will beat you. They will hurt this poor child. And I don't even think he realizes, like, he was the old guy. He was a 4-year guy. He will get his ass kicked in the NBA if he tries to do that shit. Hands down.
They will not. They'll get hostile for sure.
Draymond Green can rip this boy in half. In half.
I don't know. I think that's an interesting pick. I don't know. JJ Redick wasn't honestly a bad pick. I had my concerns about him, but
I want to talk about. Go for it, Ellis.
It really depends on how he mingles with the team chemistry. Utah, they made the playoffs this year barely. They weren't that great, but they snuck in at the end. But they looked like they were on the up and up at the end of the year. If he can really work with them, if he can give them a little extra shooting or pick pressure or defensive pressure, I could see it going great. But he's a twig, man.
It's cool to like analyze these drafts and do mock drafts. But at the end of the day, half these kids are going to be busts.
Yeah.
Like it just facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a few of them will be good, be all-stars, but they'll dwindle out, and like maybe I'm saying 5 or less will be like really, really good players. I don't know who. I just want to see them, then I'll critique them. I'll do my job as a sports analyst to critique them, talk shit about them, But here's the question, Ellis. I have 2 questions for you. First one: which one of these draft picks is most likely to be caught under the Kardashian curse? Who do you think? One of these bastards is next. Who is it going to be?
Yeah, it's Doncic.
Ooh, good call. Luka.
He's got too much going for him.
But they usually like the black guys. They don't like white people. They don't like white guys. Nothing racist, just going off of facts, people.
Yeah, it's just off history, off trends, and I don't know, man.
So let's see. Let's look at the LA teams. They got Miles Bridges, Jerome Robinson. Who'd the Lakers get anybody? Lakers got Moritz Wagner from Michigan. That's a big old white dude, but I mean, again, he's out of the running because he's white. Not the Kardashian type. Well, I think it really comes down to Miles Bridges or Jerome Robinson.
Chandler Hutchison. She's going to Chicago, man.
No, Chicago. Oh god.
6'7", 200-pound guy. Yo, he was born a week after 420, April 26th.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
see what they got in the second round. They got some European guy. Who did the Clippers pick up? Anybody? No one.
I wish I knew more about basketball, man.
It's
The summer's not much time for sports.
You know, and the NBA draft is kind of weird because, I mean, MLB draft, you have like, what, almost 100 damn rounds. Takes days, weeks to complete.
Yeah, it's like, how do you know there's so many people left by the end?
Yeah, how many drafts are in the NFL? How many rounds?
7.
7? There are 2 rounds. 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Ellis. That's it.
And hockey is 31.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? How do you know there's 31 times 30 teams worth of players out there, let alone the amount of players already playing?
Well, I mean, also, I think NBA is the sport where you have the least amount of players on a team. And there is, I mean, they have the D League, F League, whatever you want to call it. I don't even care. It's called the crap league. But they really do not have a minor league system.
Neither does the NFL. The NFL.
Yeah, but I mean, you got like 100 players on a roster, so you just need bodies.
Yeah.
I think you got 15 players on a roster in the NBA. So I mean, you just kind of run out of space.
Players need more talent. Like, you need more dynamic players like that. But how many major players go undrafted nowadays? Because, like, we talked about it earlier, like, does college prep players for the NBA enough? You saw the Ball brothers, like, their entire nothing turned out the way the dad wanted to, and he's starting to flop. But I want to see how Lonzo Ball, is that his name? How he plays out in the NBA?
That's one of them, yeah.
There's 2 others. And I believe they're still in Europe, right?
Yeah, there's LiAngelo and LaMelo. I think they actually quit that team because the tariffs for the jerseys or exporting of their big baller brand was becoming too high. So they just, needed to go back to the States and get better tariffs on their stuff.
Are you telling me they can't ball?
No, they can. But listen, these are the top. What was that?
That's just embarrassing. They can't live up to their name.
But these are the top 10 undrafted NBA players of all time, Ellis. All right. Number 10, JJ Barea. Whatever, decent guy. Number 9, Jeremy Lin. One and done year. He sucks. Number 8, Wesley Matthews. Who is that? You know who he is? I don't.
Never heard.
7, Rajah Bell. Heard him in a video game, but other than that, not really. Number 6, Jose Calderon. He's a decent player. Number 5, Udonis Haslem. Okay, whatever. Like, he was an all right player. Number 4, Avery Johnson. He's a coach now, so I forgot that he played. Number 3, Brad Miller. Guy's garbage. Number 2, Bruce Bowen. Now, he's a Hall of Famer. And number 1 is Ben Wallace. Big Ben Wallace.
Hey, what was that?
The top 10 undrafted NBA players of all time.
Wow. So there really are no names in there that are.
Yeah, besides the top first 2, Big Ben and Bruce Bowen, everyone else is just kind of like a whatever player. So I mean, it just goes to show you that the draft is everything.
You got to get in those first 68 spots.
Yeah, that's incredible. All right, and this is my second question for you, Ellis. How do you feel about the evolution of the NBA draft outfit? In the 90s with LeBron, or when LeBron got drafted, it was all about baggy pants, baggy suits. And now these guys are wearing skin-tight suits, and one guy wore damn suit shorts. Trae Young wore suit shorts. What is this? Is everything's getting tighter now? The baggy age is behind us. No more gangsters. Just can't believe it.
Yeah, I think that just shows how crazy fashion has changed. Have you looked at some hairdos since the 80s? Thank God we have adapted.
Probably the best thing America did was change their hairstyles.
Yeah, fuck energy, automotives, and computer infrastructure, fashion.
Yeah, fashion. Thank God we changed our hairstyles, or else we would not have been able to succeed as a country, to be honest. No one would have taken us seriously.
You know what's been on the cutting edge of fashion for the last 7 years? Jeans. Hasn't changed.
Well, the material, but I mean, people back in the day, it was all about baggy jeans, and now everyone's wearing skin tight jeans. I mean, the material now, jeans, denim has not changed.
It'll go full circle. Have no worries. It will. They always do.
Do you think the baggy age is coming upon us? Do you think people will start wearing more baggy clothes? Parachutes. Will people wear parachutes?
Absolutely. At some point it will.
I don't know if I'm ready for that. I really don't know if I'm ready for that movement.
I don't know. Like, fashion is just a. I don't give a shit about fashion. I don't care what they wear. They can wear diapers and gold chains. Can they play basketball?
Most likely. Oh, and did you hear? So, Ellis, how do you feel about the Washington Wizards getting rid of Marcin Gortat, the Polish Hammer?
That was sad, man.
That was my brother. They kicked him out.
I like the Polish sausage. They picked up a shooting guard. They're going to need a big guy down low to hold them.
But yeah, Austin Rivers.
Yo, man, like, how do you think the Wizards are going to do this year?
Probably finish 4th, 5th in the East, win the first round of playoff games, lose after that. Pretty much a casual Wizards year, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's about it. What I would say. I don't expect much. They're the okayest team that I know of.
Yeah, I mean, I like the move getting rid of Gortat. I think he was getting overpaid for what he really is. I still don't know how I feel about Austin Rivers. Him just being a coach's son. Shout out to Doc Rivers. But I think he just offers more of a, NBA is different now. It's all about scoring. It's not, you don't need big men. You just need to get points. I think Austin Rivers he's a shooter. But here's my thing. Gortat clears cap space for him. I think they're making a serious move to get Boogie Cousins, DeMarcus Cousins, to come to DC. Him and John Wall played it. I don't think they played. Did they play? I think they played together at Kentucky. But they are really good friends. And I think Boogie wants to play with John Wall. I mean, John Wall, Bradley Beal, DeMarcus Cousins, Austin Rivers, Otto Porter.
Need a big man.
Kelly Oubre. I mean, DeMarcus Cousins is the big man.
Do you think that's enough?
In this NBA, I think it is. You just got to score, and DeMarcus can shoot. That's the thing. He's like Gortat. If you moved Gortat 10 feet away from the hoop, his shooting percentage went down to 0%.
No, but he's a center. It's not necessarily their job to score. Like, his job is to get rebounds and to clear the lane for Bradley Beal.
Man, NBA, I don't know. I think the NBA is different. Today it's just about, scoring, getting buckets. And I don't think Gortat was producing as much as, most centers do. And he was getting old. I loved his haircut. I love the Polish Hammer. I got one of his shirts at Dick's for, 75% off because he was so bad. It was so cheap. But hey, I still love him. Still love Gortat.
I respect that.
It'll be interesting to see what the Wizards do. Now, it's kind of funny because the Wizards' owner is Ted Leonsis, who also owns the Capitals.
My favorite Jew.
So maybe this man is just wasted and just making business decisions because he's just like, hey, I'm a Stanley Cup champion. Who cares?
Who cares about the NBA? We have the cup for now.
Oh, my God. Hey, Ellis.
What's up?
You know the Washington Capitals are Stanley Cup champs?
No. What?
That's right, Pittsburgh. We're still Stanley Cup champions. Suck it.
Fuck you, Vegas. Fuck you, Boston. Fuck you, everyone.
Yeah,
my mother would not appreciate how much I cuss on the show.
It's a free world. Freedom of speech. America. Hook 'em. Oh, you still sucks.
Hook 'em. This is Texas, dude.
This is Texas ground and pound, baby. Hook 'em. Oh, you still sucks.
We are 3 yards in the cloud of dust team, boy. If you don't like that, you sit on the bench for all I care.
Get the hell out of here.
That's what we call some hashtag real Texas shit.
Well, let's kind of talk about NHL draft, Ellis. This is kind of a little weird, but another draft, another winter sport. First pick overall. Oh God, I hope I said his name right. Rasmus Dahlin from Sweden. Let's see, who did the Capitals pick up? I think they got a defender from Russia, I believe. Alexander Alexiev.
The NHL is another one of those, they're picking from 30 different leagues around the world. It's so hard to find who truly is the best player.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I like. This is, people say the NBA draft is international. The NHL draft is the most international draft.
Period. Oh, yeah. You're going from Russia to America and everywhere in between. Yeah, why don't we see big, Southern Hemisphere hockey teams, like in South Africa or the tips of South America or Australia? It's all Northern Hemisphere. Maybe we should Britain then just adapt them, colonize them.
And what, build hockey rinks in South Africa?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. They've snow down there. It's snow south.
Maybe. I just don't know how they would feel about that.
I don't know many of these names right now, man. There's too many leagues. I can't tell you. I don't know who did good and who did bad. That's how kind of I felt about the NBA draft, too.
Man, but how do you feel about the Capitals re-signing
I'm pumped about
John Carlson to a big deal?
And Devontae Smith-Pelly for another year as of today.
That was honestly, that brought a smile to my face.
I was kind of relieved. I can't lie. I was like, he came back. Good for him. I think, dude, a lot of the players want to come back. There's just, good vibes in D.C. Everybody's high on that championship win. And, you're seeing a lot of these players wanting to stay. John Carlson got paid. Hopefully we can get Brooks Orpik later on. DSP's coming back for a year. Everybody still wants to be on. We want to rock the red. They feel like they can do it again.
If the Washington Capitals are able to pick up Brooks Orpik off waivers for cheaper, that would be hands down the greatest general manager move in the history of sports, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so by 2018 NFL draft, by the numbers, there were 71 Canadians drafted. Obviously, I mean it's their only sport that they're good at, for Lord's sake. 55 Americans, 28 Swedes, 19 Russians, and 15 people from Finland. That's incredible.
Diverse.
America's stepping up their game.
That's pretty diverse all around.
Yeah, but it's exciting. But you know what, baby? Back to back.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it again.
Oh, if we win, I am 100% going to that parade.
I will be at that parade somehow, some way. I will fucking be there.
Disappointed I couldn't be there this year, but you know,
Too much going on. I was in
too much
Florida
going.
balls picking up oysters. But next year I'll be done with my thesis.
Yeah, then we party, baby.
Party hardy, yo. Yeah. Yeah, we do. I'm not part of this league! I'm going to Masters!
Oh man. All right, Elspeth, any closing thoughts for episode 21 of Trash Talk?
Eat my shorts.
Guess what? OU still sucks. Hook 'em.
Yeah, this has been Trash Talk Sports. We do take all the donations. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook, Snapchat, all the social medias, iTunes. You think about it, you can find us there. SoundCloud, and I'm gonna leave us with a little exit music, Richie.
Please do. Tickle my fancy.
Let's do it. After this ad. Jake.
And guess what? For my final thought of the episode, Capitals are still Stanley Cup champs.
Caps are still champs. We are the Stars. One, two, three, four. We out, ladies and gents.